sun bathed Brightwood Park in a golden haze, the Oregon air alive with birdsong and the laughter of kids chasing frisbees. Emily Carter, 34, sat on her favorite bench under towering oaks, her dark sunglasses shielding sightless eyes, her chestnut hair tied back. A former cybersecurity analyst blinded in a car accident 6 years ago, Emily found solace here, guided by Titan, her 4-year-old German Shepherd. Titan, a retired canine with a sleek black and tan coat and a scar across his muzzle, stood vigilant beside her, his posture sharp, ears twitching at every sound. More than a guide, he was her protector, her lifeline. Emily tilted her face to the breeze, Titan's leash steady in her hand, when the roar of motorcycles shattered the calm. 3 bikes screeched to a stop nearby, engines snarling, drawing curious glances. Dylan Reese, a hulking man in his 30s with a shaved head and tattooed arms, dismounted, his leather jacket flashing bold patches. His buddies, Nate and Vince, laughed loudly, their voices grating as Dylan scanned the park, his eyes locking on Emily and Titan. Titan's growl rumbled, low and steady, his body tensing. Emily's grip tightened, voice calm but alert. "Easy, Titan." "What's got you riled?" Dylan strutted closer, boots thudding, a smirk curling his lips. "Look at this," he said, voice dripping sarcasm. "Little lady with her fancy dog. Bet he's all show, no bite." His friends chuckled, egging him on as park-goers paused, sensing trouble. Emily's pulse quickened, her voice firm. "He's my guide dog. Leave us alone." But Dylan leaned in, ignoring her, snapping his fingers at Titan. "Come on, Mutt, do a trick. Roll over or something." Titan's growl deepened, eyes locked on Dylan, his stance a coiled spring. Emily stood, voice sharp. "Back off. He's working, and he doesn't like strangers." Dylan laughed, glancing at his crew, their jeers fueling him. "Working? Looks like a lapdog to me." In a swift, mocking move, he aimed a kick at Titan's side, his boot grazing the dog's flank. Gasps rippled through the crowd, a woman shouting, "Stop it!" But Titan reacted with lightning speed, sidestepping the kick, his growl erupting into a commanding bark that froze Dylan in place. Emily's heart raced, voice trembling with fury. "Don't you dare touch him! Titan's not just a dog, he's a hero!" Titan planted himself between her and Dylan, teeth bared, a wall of menace that silenced the park. Dylan stumbled back, smirk fading, his voice unsteady. "What the hell? It's just a dog." But the crowd's murmurs turned against him, phones raised to record. Nate tugged his arm, muttering, "Dylan, let's go." As Dylan retreated, something slipped from his jacket, a metallic military tag, glinting on the path. Titan's growl intensified, nose twitching, body rigid with recognition. Emily, blind to the tag, sensed Titan's shift, voice tight. "Titan, what's wrong?" Hannah Blake, Emily's friend and a social worker, rushed over, spotting the tag. "Emily, there's a military tag on the ground. It's not standard, looks like K9 issue." Dylan's face hardened, lunging to grab it, but Titan barked, leaping just enough to make him flinch. The crowd gasped, cameras rolling. "That's mine," Dylan snapped, but his eyes betrayed fear. "Stay out of this." Emily's blood ran cold, her voice steady despite the chill. "Titan doesn't react like this for nothing. What's that tag? And why's my dog ready to tear you apart?" Dylan forced a laugh, backing toward his bike, his friends already mounting theirs. "You're crazy, lady." "Keep that mutt in check." But as he roared off, Titan's bark echoed, a warning that shook the trees. Hannah handed Emily the tag, voice low. "Emily, this says Operation Shadow. Titan knows something we don't." Emily's fingers traced the tag's edges, heart pounding. "Titan," she whispered, voice thick. "What's this guy hiding?" The dog's eyes met hers, a vow of protection as the park buzzed with whispers. Dylan wasn't just a bully, he was a key to a secret tied to Titan's canine past. And Emily's quiet life was about to unravel in ways she never imagined. The evening light filtered through the blinds of Emily Carter's modest apartment in Brightwood, Oregon, casting soft shadows across the hardwood floor. Emily, 34, sat on her worn couch, her chestnut hair loose, green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, her fingers tracing the edges of the Operation Shadow military tag from Dylan Reese's pocket. 6 years ago, a car accident had stolen her sight, ending her career as a cybersecurity analyst. But Titan, her 4-year-old German Shepherd, had given her a new lease on life. A retired K9 with a black and tan coat and a scar across his muzzle, Titan was more than a guide. He was her guardian, his steady presence anchoring her in a world of darkness. Now he lay at her feet, ears perked, a low growl rumbling as he stared at the door. The park incident replayed in Emily's mind. Dylan's mocking kick, Titan's fierce reaction, the tag that sparked a mystery. Titan's past as a canine hero, hinted at by a stranger, was no longer just a story. It was a secret someone wanted buried. "Titan," Emily whispered, voice trembling. "What did you see in that guy?" A knock at the door startled her, Titan's growl sharpening, his body tensing. Emily gripped his leash, heart racing, and called out, "Who's there?" "It's Hannah," came the familiar voice of Hannah Blake, Emily's best friend and a social worker. Titan relaxed slightly, but his eyes stayed on the door as Emily let Hannah in, her blonde hair pulled back, blue eyes bright with worry. You okay?" Hannah asked, setting a coffee on the table. "That creep at the park. I can't stop thinking about it." Emily held up the tag, voice steady but urgent. "This fell from Dylan's pocket, Hannah." Titan went nuts over it. "It's military. K9 issue. Operation Shadow. He's not just my guide dog, he's got a past, and Dylan's tied to it." Hannah frowned, taking the tag, her fingers tracing its code. K9 issue. That guy wasn't just a jerk. He was scared when Titan reacted. "What's this shadow thing?" Emily's jaw tightened, voice low. "I don't know, but Titan does. He's trained to spot threats, Hannah, and he saw one in Dylan." Titan whined, nudging her hand, his eyes flicking to the window, where a faint hum echoed. A motorcycle, too close for comfort. Hannah peered through the blinds, voice tense. "There's a bike out there, Em." "Not Dylan, but it's just idling, watching." Titan's growl deepened, his hackles rising, and Emily's pulse spiked, the tag heavy in her hand. "Titan, stay," she said, moving to the door, but the dog pressed against her, a wall of protection. The hum faded, but the tension lingered, Emily's mind racing. "Hannah, this isn't random," she said, voice shaking. "Titan's not just reacting to Dylan, he's reacting to that tag, to something he knows." Hannah's eyes widened, voice urgent. "We need to talk to Ryan Holt. He's ex-Army, knows the K9 program. If anyone can decode this, it's him." Emily nodded, heart pounding. Ryan, a local cop who'd served with K9 units, was a friend, but the tag's mystery felt like a live wire. "Okay, but we move fast," she said, voice resolute. "Whoever Dylan's with, they're not done." A sharp buzz broke the silence. Emily's phone. A text from an unknown number. Return the tag or lose the dog. Emily's breath caught, the threat chilling her core. "Hannah, they're watching us," she whispered, showing the screen. Titan's bark echoed, his nose pointing to the back door, where a faint scratch sounded. Metal on wood, deliberate. "Emily, get back!" Hannah hissed, grabbing a kitchen knife, her voice trembling. Emily guided Titan to the sound. The dog's growl a low thunder, his body coiled. She eased the door open, Titan leading, his nose sniffing the porch, where a small, blinking tracker lay, its red light pulsing, a note taped to it. "You were warned." Emily's blood ran cold, voice fierce. "They were here, Hannah. This isn't just Dylan. It's organized." Titan's growl intensified, his nose pointing to the yard, where footsteps crunched, retreating fast. "Titan, find!" Emily commanded, the dog pulling her forward, Hannah following, her phone's flashlight revealing boot prints in the grass. They stopped at the fence, Titan sniffing a discarded cigarette butt, his growl confirming a scent he knew. "Dylan," Emily said, voice trembling with rage. "He's not working alone." The twist hit like a shock. The tag wasn't just a relic. It was a key to a secret Titan had guarded, and someone powerful wanted it back. Hannah clutched Emily's arm, voice desperate. "Em, we need Ryan, now." "Titan's past. It's why they're after you." Emily nodded, hand on Titan's trembling fur, voice thick. "You've been protecting me all along, haven't you, boy? Whatever this is, we'll face it together." Titan's eyes met hers, a vow of loyalty as the night closed in, the tracker's light a chilling reminder that Brightwood's peace was a lie, and Emily's fight was just beginning. The Brightwood night was a heavy veil, the Oregon air sharp with the scent of pine and tension as Emily Carter sat in her darkened apartment, her chestnut hair loose, green eyes hidden behind sunglasses. The Operation Shadow. Military tag from Dylan Reese's pocket weighed like a stone in her hand, its engraved code a key to Titan's mysterious K9 past. Emily, 34, a former cybersecurity analyst blinded 6 years ago, felt the world shift after the park confrontation. Dylan's mocking kick, Titan's fierce reaction, the threatening text, and the tracker on her porch. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, lay at her feet, his black and tan coat scarred, ears perked, a low growl rumbling as he stared at the door, sensing a threat Emily couldn't see. Emily's fingers traced the tag, voice low, trembling. "Titan, what's this about?" "You knew Dylan was trouble, didn't you?" The dog whined, nudging her hand, his brown eyes intense, urging her to act. The door creaked open, and Hannah Blake, Emily's best friend, stepped inside, her blonde hair disheveled, blue eyes wide with worry. "Em, you okay?" she asked, setting a bag of takeout on the counter. "That text, the tracker, it's freaking me out." Emily held up the tag, voice steady but urgent. "This isn't just some biker's junk, Hannah. It's K9 issue tied to Operation Shadow. Titan's not just my guide. He's a hero, and Dylan's scared of what he knows." Hannah frowned, examining the tag, her voice tense. "K9? That guy wasn't just a bully. He was rattled when Titan went off. We need to call Ryan Holt. He's ex-Army, worked with K9s. Titan's growl deepened, his body tensing as a faint rumble echoed outside, a motorcycle idling too close. Emily's pulse spiked, voice sharp. "Hannah, you hear that?" Hannah peered through the blinds, breath catching. "It's not Dylan, but there's a bike out there, just watching." Emily gripped Titan's leash, heart racing. "Titan, stay," she said, moving to the window. the dog pressing against her, hackles raised. The rumble faded, but a sharp buzz broke the silence. Emily's phone, another text from an unknown number. Give up the tag or the dog dies. Her blood ran cold, voice fierce. They're not getting you, Titan. Not while I'm here. Hannah's voice trembled, clutching her phone. Em, we can't stay here. That tracker, they were in your yard. We need Ryan now. Before Emily could respond, Titan's bark erupted, sharp and urgent, his nose pointing to the back door, where a faint scratching sounded, metal, deliberate, like a blade. Hannah, get behind me, Emily whispered, guiding Titan toward the sound. The dog's growl, a low thunder, body coiled like a spring. The scratching stopped, replaced by a soft thud. Something dropped. Emily eased the door open, Titan leading, his nose sniffing the porch, where a small black device blinked. A second tracker, wired to a note. Last warning. Titan's growl turned frantic, his paws digging at the gravel, uncovering a hidden USB drive, its label chilling, Shadow Protocol. Emily's heart pounded, voice shaking. Hannah, they're not just threatening us, they're hunting us. Titan's bark echoed, his nose pointing to the yard, where footsteps crunched, retreating into the night. Titan, find, Emily commanded, the dog pulling her forward. Hannah's flashlight revealing fresh boot prints leading to the alley. They stopped at the fence, Titan sniffing a discarded lighter, his growl confirming a scent. Dylan's. He was here, Emily said, voice raw with rage. This USB, it's tied to Shadow, to Titan's past. Hannah's voice cracked, gripping Emily's arm. Em, this is bigger than Dylan. That tag, the trackers. Someone's desperate to keep this quiet. Ryan can help. Emily nodded, the USB and tag burning in her pocket. Ryan Holt, a Brightwood cop and ex-Army K-9 handler, was their best shot at answers. We go to him tonight, she said, voice resolute. But Hannah, Titan's not just reacting to Dylan. He's protecting me, like he did in combat. Titan's growl softened, his eyes meeting Emily's, a vow of loyalty. But the twist came as Hannah's phone buzzed, a new text from the same unknown number with a photo, Emily and Titan at the park, taken from a drone, captioned, "We see you." Emily's breath caught, voice trembling. They've been watching us since the park. This isn't just a biker gang, it's a conspiracy. Hannah's eyes widened, voice urgent. Em, we're in over our heads. Ryan's our only shot. Emily's resolve hardened, hand on Titan's trembling fur. Titan's been through worse, Hannah. He's a hero, and I'm not letting him down. The apartment felt like a cage, the USB drive a ticking bomb. Emily stood, Titan at her side, voice fierce. Whoever's behind this, they don't know what they're up against. Titan's my eyes, my heart, and we're fighting back. Outside, the motorcycle's hum returned, faint but ominous, a reminder that Brightwood's quiet nights hid a storm, and Emily and Titan were its target. The Brightwood night was a shroud of tension, the Oregon air thick with the scent of rain and danger, as Emily Carter, Hannah Blake, and Titan slipped through the back streets toward Ryan Holt's precinct. Emily, 34, clutched the Operation Shadow USB drive and military tag, her chestnut hair matted under a hood, her sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, led with a steady gait, his black and tan coat scarred from his K-9 days, his growl a low warning as he sensed threats Emily couldn't see. The park clash with Dylan Reese, the threatening texts, the trackers, and the drone photo had turned Emily's quiet life into a battlefield, and the USB drive, a relic of Titan's past, was their only clue to a conspiracy that wanted them silenced. Emily's heart pounded, the drive heavy in her pocket, voice low and urgent. "Hannah, this shadow thing, it's why Dylan came after us. Titan knows something and they're scared of him." Hannah, her blonde hair tucked under a cap, gripped her phone, blue eyes darting nervously. That drone photo. They're watching every move. Ryan's hour shot to figure this out. Titan's ears twitched, his nose sniffing the air, a sharp bark cutting through the drizzle as he halted, pointing to an alley. Emily tightened her grip on his leash, pulse racing. "Titan, what's there?" she whispered, trusting his instincts. A low rumble echoed. Motorcycles, too close, their headlights slicing the fog. Hannah's voice trembled. It's Dylan's crew." "They're here." Before Emily could respond, the alley erupted. 3 men in black leather bursting from the shadows, Dylan at the lead, his shaved head gleaming, a knife glinting in his hand. "Tag and drive now, blind girl!" Dylan snarled, lunging toward Emily. Titan surged, his K9 training a blur, tackling Dylan, jaws clamping his arm. Dylan screamed, knife clattering as Titan pinned him, growling fiercely. The other 2 charged, one swinging a crowbar at Emily, but Hannah shoved her aside, voice desperate. Run!" Emily stumbled, voice fierce. "Titan, hold!" The dog's barks thundered, keeping Dylan down as she swung her cane, striking the crowbar-wielding thug's knee. He grunted, falling, but the 3rd man grabbed Hannah, pinning her arm, his voice cold. "Give it up, or she's done." Emily's blood boiled, voice shaking with rage. "Let her go! You don't know who you're messing with. Titan's a K9 hero, and you're out of your league." Titan's growl turned sharp, his eyes flicking to the thug, but Dylan staggered up, bloodied, voice venomous. "That mutt's dead, and so are you." The alley's shadows shifted, a new figure emerging. Ryan Holt, a broad-shouldered cop in his 40s, his buzz-cut hair damp, brown eyes blazing as he drew his service weapon. "Drop it, Reese," Ryan barked, aiming at Dylan. "You're done." Dylan froze, his crew hesitating, but the thug holding Hannah tightened his grip, voice smug. "Back off, Holt, or she's history." Titan's bark was a thunderclap, leaping from Dylan to tackle the thug, freeing Hannah, his jaws inches from the man's throat. Ryan fired a warning shot, voice commanding, "On the ground now!" The thugs complied, cuffed by Ryan, but Dylan's eyes glinted with defiance, voice low. "You're dead, Carter." "Shadows bigger than you know." Emily's heart raced, the USB drive burning in her pocket, voice steady. "Titan knew you were trouble, Dylan. What's shadow, and why's it worth killing for?" Ryan hauled Dylan up, voice grim. "We'll talk at the precinct. Emily, you and Titan are in deep." They piled into Ryan's cruiser, Titan panting beside Emily, his wounds minor but his eyes fierce. Hannah's voice trembled, clutching Emily's hand. That USB, what's on it?" At the precinct, Ryan plugged the drive into a secure laptop, the screen flashing. Operation Shadow. Classified. Files loaded, mission logs, K9 deployments, and a chilling memo. Subject, K947. Titan, termination scheduled. Emily's breath caught, voice breaking. Termination? They wanted Titan dead. Why? Ryan's face darkened, voice low. Shadow was a black ops program. Canines like Titan guarded encrypted data, secrets someone's desperate to bury. Dylan's just a grunt for the real player. Titan's growl erupted, his nose pointing to the precinct's window where a red laser dot danced. a drone, its hum chilling. Emily's pulse spiked, voice urgent. "Ryan, they're here!" The window shattered, a smoke grenade rolling in, gas choking the air. Dylan laughed, voice mocking. "You're too late, Carter." The twist hit like a shock. Ryan lunged for the laptop, but a hidden file flashed. Operative, Holt, shadow clearance. Emily's heart stopped, voice trembling. "Ryan, you're part of Shadow. You knew about Titan?" Ryan's eyes widened, voice raw. "No, Emily." "I was undercover, tracking the leaks. I tried to save Titan, but they got to him first." Titan's growl softened, his eyes on Ryan, as if sensing truth. But Emily's trust wavered, voice fierce. "You better be straight with me, Ryan, or Titan won't hold back." The precinct shook, an explosion rocking the lot, flames licking the walls. Hannah screamed, shielding Emily, voice desperate. "Em, we've got to go!" Titan barked, leading them through the smoke, his instincts a lifeline as drones buzzed, their lasers hunting. Emily clutched the drive, voice resolute. "Titan, we're not done. Get us out!" Ryan fired at the drones, voice urgent. "The safe house now." "We've got the proof. Don't let it burn." Titan's growl was a vow, guiding Emily through the chaos, the truth about Shadow. A fire they couldn't let die, but Ryan's hidden role and the drone's pursuit promised a fight that would test their hearts. The Brightwood safe house was a crumbling cabin on the edge of town, its windows boarded, the Oregon night cloaking it in shadows as Emily Carter, Hannah Blake, Ryan Holt, and Titan barricaded inside. Emily, 34, gripped the Operation Shadow USB drive, her chestnut hair damp with sweat, sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, stood guard, his black and tan coat scarred, a fresh graze on his flank from the precinct explosion, his growl a steady pulse. The park clash with Dylan Reese, the trackers, and the drone attack had unveiled a conspiracy tied to Titan's K9 past. But Ryan's revelation, he'd been an undercover operative in Shadow, had shaken Emily's trust. The drive held proof of a black ops program targeting Titan for termination, and they needed answers to stay alive. Emily's heart raced, voice low, trembling. "Ryan, you were part of Shadow. You knew they wanted Titan dead. How do I believe you're on our side?" Ryan, broad-shouldered, his buzz-cut hair streaked with soot, checked his gun, brown eyes heavy with guilt. "I was tracking the leaks, Emily," he said, voice raw. "I tried to protect Titan, but I couldn't stop them. I'm here now. Let me prove it." Hannah, blonde hair loose, clutched a flashlight, blue eyes darting nervously. "Em, we're out of time. That drone attack, they're not stopping. What's on the drive?" Titan's growl sharpened, nose sniffing the air, pointing to the cabin's back door. Emily tightened his leash, pulse spiking. "Titan, what's out there?" she whispered, trusting his instincts. The dog's hackles rose, a bark echoing as footsteps crunched outside, multiple, deliberate, closing in. Ryan's voice was urgent, gun raised. "They've found us. Hannah, get the drive to Lila Foster. She's a hacker, ex-Army, our only shot at cracking this." He tossed Hannah a burner phone, voice grim. "She's 10 miles out. Move!" Before Hannah could respond, the door exploded inward, splintering under a battering ram, and 4 masked gunmen stormed in, rifles raised, led by Dylan, his shaved head gleaming, eyes wild. "Drive now, blind girl," he snarled, aiming at Emily. Titan surged, K9 training kicking in, tackling Dylan, jaws clamping his leg. Dylan screamed, rifle clattering as Titan pinned him, growling fiercely. Emily dove behind a table, voice fierce. "Titan, hold!" Hannah swung a chair, cracking it against a gunman's head, her voice desperate. Stay down!" Ryan fired, dropping another, but the third grabbed Emily, his knife at her throat, voice cold. "Drive, or you're done." Emily's blood boiled, voice shaking with defiance. "You'll never touch him! Titan's a hero, and you're nothing!" Titan's bark was thunder, leaping from Dylan to tackle the knife man, freeing Emily, his teeth bared. The fourth gunman aimed at Titan, but Ryan tackled him, voice raw. "Not my dog, you bastard!" Dylan staggered up, bloodied, voice venomous. "You're dead, Carter! Shadow's untouchable!" But Hannah grabbed the laptop, plugging in the drive, voice tense. "Got something, mission logs, Titan's deployments, and, oh God, a kill order." The screen flashed. K947, Titan, terminated for data breach. Oversight, Major Victor Crane. Emily's heart stopped, voice breaking. Crane. They tried to kill Titan because he guarded their secrets? Who's Crane? Ryan's face paled, voice grim. Crane's a Black Ops commander, runs Shadow. He's why Lucas died, why they want Titan gone. He's selling secrets to the highest bidder. Titan's growl turned frantic, nose sniffing a crate in the corner, paws scratching urgently. Emily guided him, prying it open, revealing a hard drive labeled Crane Protocol, and a photo. Titan, muzzled, in a lab with a man in a suit. Crane, overseeing a test. Emily's voice trembled, tears falling. "They experimented on you, Titan. You and Lucas, they used you." Dylan laughed, voice mocking. "You're screwed, Carter." Crane's got eyes everywhere, but Titan's bark cut through, his nose pointing to the window where a red laser dot danced. A sniper, Hale's backup. The cabin shook, a grenade exploding outside, flames licking the walls. Hannah screamed, shielding Emily, voice desperate. We've got to go." Ryan fired at the window, voice urgent. "Lila's our shot. Get to her. I'll hold them off." But the twist came as the laptop pinged, a hidden file loading. Operative, Holt, Shadow termination. Emily's blood ran cold, voice shaking. "Ryan, you were ordered to kill Titan? You're one of them?" Ryan's eyes widened, voice raw. "No, Emily." "I faked the termination, saved Titan for Lucas. I'm why he's here." Titan's growl softened, his eyes on Ryan, as if vouching for him, but Emily's trust shattered, voice fierce. "You lied, Ryan. Lucas trusted you, and now he's dead." The cabin's roof cracked, flames roaring as drones buzzed closer. Emily scooped up the drive, voice resolute. "Titan, lead us out!" The dog surged, bloodied but unyielding, his bark guiding them through the smoke, Hannah clutching the laptop, Ryan covering their rear. Emily's voice broke, hand on Titan's flank. "You're my hero, boy. We're not letting Crane win." Outside, the drone's lasers locked on, but a new sound roared. Lila's van screeching to a stop, her voice sharp. "Get in now." Titan leaped, pulling Emily to safety, the drive their weapon against Crane's empire, but Ryan's deeper betrayal and the drone's pursuit warned of a fight that would push them to the brink. The Oregon night was a maze of shadows and rain, the Brightwood outskirts swallowed by fog as Emily Carter, Hannah Blake, Ryan Holt, and Titan piled into Lila Foster's van, speeding away from the burning safe house. Emily, 34, clutched the Operation Shadow hard drive. her chestnut hair damp, sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, her heart pounding with betrayal. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, panted beside her, his black and tan coat scarred, blood seeping from a fresh graze, his growl a steady pulse. The park clash with Dylan Reese, the trackers, and the precinct attack had unveiled a conspiracy tied to Titan's canine past, but Ryan's deeper role, ordered to terminate Titan, had shattered Emily's trust. The drive held proof of a Black Ops program led by Major Victor Crane, and they needed Lila, an ex-Army hacker, to crack its secrets. Emily's voice trembled, gripping Titan's leash. "Ryan, you were supposed to kill him. You were Shadow. How do I know you're not still with Crane?" Ryan, broad-shouldered, buzz-cut, streaked with ash, met her gaze, brown eyes raw with guilt. "I faked it, Emily. I saved Titan for Lucas, my best friend. I failed him, but I'm here for you." "Titan trusts me. Let that count." Hannah, blonde hair loose, clutched the laptop, blue eyes sharp with fear. We've got to trust him for now. That drive, it's our only shot to stop Crane." Titan's growl deepened, nose sniffing the air, ears twitching as the van swerved through back roads. Emily's pulse raced, voice urgent. "Titan, what's out there?" The dog's hackles rose, barking sharply, pointing to the rear window where headlights flared. Motorcycles, Dylan's crew, closing fast. Lila, wiry with cropped black hair, gripped the wheel, gray eyes fierce. "Hold on!" she shouted, flooring it, the van jolting over ruts. "Those bastards are persistent. Hannah, get that drive online." Hannah plugged the drive into the laptop, voice tense. "It's loading. Mission logs, canine data, and, oh God, Titan was their top asset. They used him to guard encrypted intel, then marked him for death when he got too close." Emily's heart sank, voice breaking. They tried to kill him because he knew too much. "Titan, you were protecting Lucas, weren't you?" The dog whined, nuzzling her hand, his eyes fierce, a vow of loyalty. The van screeched into an abandoned warehouse district, Lila skidding to a stop inside a cavernous building, its rusted beams looming. "We're secure here," she said, leaping out, laptop in hand. "Let's crack this thing." Titan led Emily inside, his nose sniffing a crate, paws scratching urgently, uncovering a hidden panel with a server labeled Shadow Archive. Lila connected the drive, voice sharp. "This is it. Crane's ops, buyer lists, everything. Titan guarded this data, and they wanted him gone to bury it." The screen flashed. Subject K947. Titan, termination oversight, Crane. Secondary, Holt. Emily's breath caught, voice fierce. "Ryan, you were Crane's backup? You planned to kill him?" Ryan's face crumpled, voice raw. "No, Emily. I was undercover feeding Crane false reports to keep Titan alive. I loved that dog. Lucas trusted me to protect him." Titan's growl softened, his eyes on Ryan as if forgiving him, but Emily's trust wavered, voice trembling. "You should have told me, Ryan. Lucas is dead because of your secrets." Before Ryan could respond, the warehouse shook, windows shattering as drones fired missiles, flames licking the walls. Dylan and 6 mercenaries stormed in, rifles raised, his shaved head gleaming, voice venomous. "Drive now, Carter, or your mutt's done." Titan surged, K9 training a blur, tackling Dylan, jaws clamping his arm. Dylan screamed, rifle falling as Ryan fired, dropping 2 mercenaries. Hannah threw a wrench, hitting a third, voice fierce. "Stay away from her!" Emily swung her cane, striking a fourth, voice raw. Titan's a hero, Dylan. You're nothing. But a fifth mercenary aimed at Titan, his shot grazing the dog's flank. Titan yelped, staggering, and Emily screamed, diving to shield him. "Titan, no!" Ryan tackled the shooter, voice desperate. "Emily, keep him steady!" Titan's eyes fluttered, blood pooling, but he growled, standing, his spirit unbroken. Emily pressed her hands to the wound, sobbing. "You're not leaving me, boy. You're Lucas's legacy." Titan's whine was a vow, his body trembling but defiant. The twist came as Lila's laptop pinged, a hidden file loading, a video of Ryan, not just faking Titan's termination, but meeting Crane, discussing K9 to 47 extraction. Emily's heart stopped, voice shaking. "Extraction? You were going to steal Titan, Ryan." "For Crane?" Ryan's face shattered, voice raw. "No, Emily! I plan to extract Titan to save him, to get him to Lucas." "Crane betrayed us, killed Lucas before I could act." Titan's growl softened, his eyes on Ryan, as if absolving him, but Emily's rage boiled, voice fierce. "You played with his life, Ryan. Lucas trusted you, and he's gone." Lila's voice cut through, urgent. "Uploads at 90%, but more drones are coming. Crane's not done." The warehouse shook, a missile exploding, flames roaring. Emily scooped up the drive, voice resolute. "Titan, lead us out!" The dog surged, bloodied but fierce, his bark guiding them through the smoke. Hannah clutching the laptop, Ryan covering their rear. The drone's lasers locked on, but Lila's voice roared. "FBI's inbound, hold on!" Titan leaped, pulling Emily to a side exit, the drive their weapon against Crane's empire, but Ryan's deeper betrayal and the drone's relentless pursuit warned of a showdown that could break them all. The Brightwood warehouse was an inferno of smoke and steel, the Oregon dawn barely piercing the fog as Emily Carter, Hannah Blake, Ryan Holt, and Lila Foster scrambled through the ruins, Titan limping fiercely at their side. Emily, 34, clutched the Operation Shadow hard drive, her chestnut hair singed, sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, her heart torn by betrayal. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, growled through the pain of his bloodied flank, his black and tan coat scarred, his instincts unyielding despite the wounds from the drone attack. The park clash with Dylan Reese, the trackers, and Ryan's deeper deception. He'd planned Titan's extraction for Major Victor Crane, had plunged them into a conspiracy tied to Titan's K9 past. The drive held proof of a black ops program, and Crane's mercenaries were closing in to bury it. Emily's breath rasped, hands steadying Titan, voice thick with desperation. "You're my hero, boy." "We're finishing this for Lucas." Titan's brown eyes met hers, a spark of loyalty that fueled her resolve. Ryan, broad-shouldered, buzz-cut streaked with soot, scanned the warehouse, gun drawn, brown eyes heavy with guilt. "FBI's rendezvous is at the old mill," he said, voice low, urgent. 3 miles. We get this drive to them. Crane's done. Hannah, blonde hair matted, clutched the laptop, blue eyes sharp with fear. Ryan's lied before. How do we trust him now? Lila, wiry with cropped black hair, checked her taser, gray eyes fierce. We don't have a choice, Hannah. That drives our ticket out. Emily, keep Titan moving. Titan's growl sharpened, nose sniffing the air, pointing to a shattered window where a red laser dot danced, a sniper, Crane's backup. Emily's pulse spiked, voice urgent. Titan, what's out there? The dog barked, guiding them to a side exit. his canine instincts a lifeline through the smoke. They burst into the foggy mill district, the rusted smokestacks looming, but engines roared. Motorcycles, Dylan's crew, 8 strong, their rifles glinting, led by a new figure, a scarred woman in tactical gear. "Drive now!" she barked, aiming at Emily. Titan surged, tackling her, jaws clamping her arm. She screamed, rifle falling as Ryan fired, dropping 2 mercenaries. Hannah threw a crate, hitting a third, voice fierce. "Stay away from her!" Emily swung her cane, striking a fourth, voice raw. "Titan's a canine legend. You're nothing to him." But a 5th mercenary aimed at Titan, his shot grazing the dog's shoulder. Titan yelped, staggering, and Emily screamed, diving to shield him. "Titan, hold on!" Ryan tackled the shooter, voice desperate. "Emily, keep him breathing!" Titan's eyes fluttered, blood pooling, but he growled, standing, his spirit unbroken. Emily pressed her hands to the wound, sobbing. "You're not leaving me, boy. Lucas needs you." Titan's whine was a vow, his body trembling but defiant. Lila's laptop pinged, a file loading, Shadow Archive, Crane Buyers. "It's a gold mine," Lila said, voice tense. Crane's selling canine intel to mercenaries. Titan was their key, and they want him gone. The screen flashed a video. Ryan, not just planning Titan's extraction, but meeting a woman in a suit. Colonel Elaine Ward, Crane's superior, discussing K947 elimination. Emily's heart stopped, voice shaking. Elimination. "Ryan, you were working with Ward? You set Titan up?" Ryan's face shattered, voice raw. "No, Emily. I met Ward to sabotage her plan, to save Titan and Lucas. She betrayed us, killed Lucas when I got too close." Titan's growl softened, his eyes on Ryan, as if absolving him. But Emily's rage boiled, voice fierce. "You played with their lives, Ryan. Lucas trusted you, and he's dead because of you." The warehouse shook, a drone's missile exploding, flames roaring. Lila's voice cut through, urgent. "Uploads at 95%, but Ward's team is here. Move." The scarred woman, bloodied, rose, pulling a knife, voice venomous. "You're done, Carter. Ward's untouchable." Titan surged, tackling her again, his jaws relentless as Emily scooped up the drive, voice resolute. "Titan, lead us out." The dog staggered, bloodied but fierce, his bark guiding them through the flames, Hannah clutching the laptop, Ryan covering their rear. Emily's voice broke, hand on Titan's flank. "You're Lucas's heart, boy. We're not letting Ward win." The mill's gates loomed, but headlights flared. Ward's strike team, 10 strong, their rifles trained. Hannah's voice trembled. We're trapped," Ryan fired, voice fierce. "Not yet." "Lila, get that upload through." The twist deepened as Lila's burner phone buzzed, a text from an unknown source. "Ward's at Blackstone. End it." Emily's blood ran cold. Someone was helping them, but why? "Blackstone?" she whispered, voice shaking. "That's where Lucas died." Titan's bark was a clarion call, guiding them to a drainage tunnel, his instincts dodging the drone's lasers. Ryan grabbed Emily's arm, voice thick with guilt. "I failed Lucas, but I'll die for you and Titan." "Let me fight." Emily's eyes burned, voice resolute. "One chance, Ryan. For Titan." The dog's growl was a promise, his bloodied form a beacon as they fled, the drive their weapon against Ward's empire, but Ryan's betrayal and the mysterious ally's message warned of a reckoning that could break them all. The Brightwood Mill was a fortress of rust and secrets, its smokestacks piercing the Oregon dawn as Emily Carter, Hannah Blake, Ryan Holt, and Lila Foster crouched inside its derelict walls, Titan trembling at their side. Emily, 34, clutched the Operation Shadow hard drive, her chestnut hair matted with sweat, sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, her heart a storm of resolve and betrayal. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, growled through the pain of his bloodied shoulder, his black and tan coat scarred, his canine instincts unwavering. The park clash with Dylan Reese, the trackers, and Ryan's deeper deception, he'd met Colonel Elaine Ward to sabotage Shadow, had unveiled a conspiracy tied to Titan's past. The drive held proof of a black ops program led by Major Victor Crane, overseen by Ward, and the mysterious text, "Ward's at Blackstone. End it," had led them here to the site of Lucas's death. Emily's breath was ragged, hands steadying Titan, voice thick with desperation. "You're Lucas's hero, boy. We're ending this for him." Titan's brown eyes met hers, a spark of loyalty that anchored her. Ryan, broad-shouldered, buzz-cut streaked with ash, checked his gun, brown eyes heavy with guilt. "FBI's inbound," he said, voice low, urgent. "We hold this mill. Get the drive to them." Crane's done. Hannah, blonde hair tangled, clutched the laptop, blue eyes sharp with fear. "Ryan, you met Ward. You knew Crane's plan. How do we trust you after that?" Lila, wiry with cropped black hair, scanned the mill, taser ready, gray eyes fierce. "We don't, Hannah, but Titan trusts him, and that's enough for now." "Emily, keep that dog moving." Titan's growl sharpened, nose sniffing the air, pointing to a rusted stairwell where a red laser dot flickered. A sniper, Ward's enforcer. Emily's pulse spiked, voice urgent. "Titan, what's there?" the dog barked, guiding them to a control room, his instincts navigating the maze of crates and pipes, blood seeping from his wounds. They barricaded inside, Lila plugging the drive into a terminal, voice tense. "This is Crane's archive, buyer lists, K9 ops, all of it. Titan guarded this intel and Ward wants it buried." The screen flashed. Subject K947, Titan, elimination ordered by Ward. Emily's heart sank, voice breaking. "They wanted you dead, Titan, because you knew their secrets. Lucas died protecting you." Titan whined, nuzzling her hand, eyes fierce, a vow to fight on. But the mill's walls shook, windows shattering as drones fired, flames licking the structure. Dylan and 10 mercenaries stormed in, rifles raised, led by Major Victor Crane, his grizzled face cold, a pistol in hand. "Drive now, Carter," Crane barked, aiming at Emily. "Your mutt's time is up." Titan surged, K9 training defying his wounds, tackling Crane, jaws clamping his wrist. Crane roared, pistol falling as Titan pinned him, growling fiercely. Ryan fired, dropping 2 mercenaries, voice raw. "Not today, Crane." Hannah threw a pipe, hitting a third, voice fierce. "Stay away from her!" Emily swung her cane, striking a fourth, voice trembling with rage. "Titan's a hero, Crane. You'll never break him." But a 5th mercenary aimed at Titan, his shot grazing the dog's leg. Titan yelped, collapsing, and Emily screamed, diving to shield him. "Titan, no!" Ryan tackled the shooter, voice desperate. "Emily, keep him alive!" Titan's eyes fluttered, blood pooling, but he growled, standing, his spirit unyielding. Emily pressed her hands to the wound, sobbing. "You're not leaving me, boy. Lucas needs you." Crane staggered up, bloodied, voice venomous. You're dead, Carter. Ward's untouchable and Shadow's global. But Lila's terminal pinged, the upload complete, her voice triumphant. It's live. FBI's got everything. Crane's finished. The twist came as a new figure emerged from the smoke. Colonel Elaine Ward, her uniform crisp, gray hair pulled tight, pistol raised. Enough, Crane, Ward snapped, her voice ice. Carter, you're persistent, but you're out of your depth. The drive, or I end this now. Emily's blood ran cold, Ward's presence a gut punch. You killed Lucas, she screamed, voice trembling. You used Titan, turned them into tools. You're the monster here. Ward's laugh was cold, her gun aimed at Titan. Lucas was collateral, Titan's a liability. Shadow's the future, K9's soldiers all controlled. Hand it over. Ryan stepped forward, gun raised, voice raw. You betrayed us, Ward. Lucas trusted you and you murdered him. It's over. Titan's growl was a vow, shielding Emily, eyes locked on Ward. Hannah uploaded a final file, voice fierce. The world's watching, Ward. Your empire's crumbling. Ward's face twisted, but chopper blades roared. FBI, not hers. Their spotlights flooding the mill. You're too late, Ward sneered, firing at the terminal, sparks flying. Titan leaped, tackling her, jaws clamping her arm, dragging her down. Ward screamed, pistol skittering as Emily dove for the drive, voice desperate. Titan, hold! Ryan fired, wounding Crane as FBI agents stormed in, cuffing the mercenaries. Emily knelt beside Titan, checking his wounds, voice thick with relief. You did it, boy. You saved us. Titan whined, nuzzling her, bloodied but unbroken. Lila secured the laptop, voice grim. Ward and Crane are down, but someone's still out there. A director in the files, above Ward. Ryan's eyes glistened, voice raw. I failed Lucas, Emily, but not you. Titan's the hero. He always was. Emily hugged Titan, tears falling. He's Lucas's heart, Ryan. We're not done yet. But Ward's final words chilled her. The director's watching. You'll never stop, Shadow. Titan's bark rang out, a defiant call, as the FBI secured the scene. The drive their victory. But the director's shadow loomed, promising a fight that would test their courage to the core. The Brightwood morning glowed with a fragile calm, the Oregon sun casting golden rays over the newly opened Carter K9 Sanctuary, a haven for veterans and their service dogs. Emily Carter stood in the training yard, her chestnut hair catching the breeze, sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, a quiet strength in her stance. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, bounded across the grass, chasing a ball with a joy that belied his scarred black and tan coat, his wounds from the mill battle healing. The Operation Shadow files had brought down Major Victor Crane and Colonel Elaine Ward, exposing their black ops scheme that targeted Titan and killed Lucas. Brightwood was healing, but Ward's chilling warning, a shadowy director above her, lingered like a storm on the horizon. Emily tossed the ball, Titan leaping to catch it, his bark echoing with life. You're my hero, boy, she said, a smile breaking through her grief-worn face. The sanctuary was Lucas's legacy, a testament to Titan's unbreakable loyalty and Emily's resolve. Hannah Blake leaned against a fence, her blonde hair loose, blue eyes bright with pride. She'd helped fund the sanctuary, a symbol of their shared fight. Ryan Holt, his rugged frame relaxed, watched from a bench, brown eyes reflecting redemption after his betrayal in shadow. Lila Foster, the hacker who'd cracked the files, tinkered with a tablet nearby, her cropped black hair framing sharp gray eyes, tracking leads on the director. Emily knelt beside Titan, ruffling his fur, voice thick with gratitude. "You never gave up, Titan. Lucas would be so proud." The dog nuzzled her hand, eyes bright, a bond forged in fire shining through. Hannah walked over, smile soft but tinged with worry. This place, it's changing lives. But are you okay?" "After everything?" Emily's eyes glistened, voice steady. "I'm getting there, Hannah. Titan brought me back, showed me what's worth fighting for." "You all did," Ryan approached, voice heavy. "Emily, I failed Lucas, hid too much. But seeing this, seeing Titan, I'm trying to make it right." Emily nodded, voice warm but firm. "You fought for us, Ryan. Titan trusts you, and that's enough. We're family now." Lila looked up, voice sharp. "We've got a problem." She turned her tablet, showing an encrypted email. "Shadow Director active, Sanctuary targeted." "It's from a dark web server, high level. The director's moving, and they're close." Emily's heart sank, Ward's words echoing. The director's watching. "They're after Titan, aren't they?" she asked, voice trembling. "Even after Crane and Ward, they won't stop." Titan's ears twitched, body tensing, a low growl rumbling as he stared at the sanctuary's gate. Emily's pulse quickened, voice urgent. "Titan, what's out there?" She followed his gaze, sensing a shift, though her blindness hid the black SUV parked across the road, its tinted windows ominous. Ryan drew his gun, voice grim. "Stay here, I'll check it." But Titan barked, fierce and sharp, sprinting toward the gate, his wounds no match for his instincts. Emily ran after him, heart pounding, voice desperate. "Titan, wait!" The SUV's engine roared, tires screeching as it fled. But Titan pawed at a package left at the gate, its blinking light a chilling echo of the trackers. Emily grabbed it, hands trembling, revealing a USB drive and a note. "Shadow endures. Surrender the dog." Lila plugged the drive into her tablet, voice shaking. "It's a live feed. Us, right now, from a drone." The screen showed Titan, a red laser dot on his flank, zooming out to reveal a man in a suit. Director James Vance, a Pentagon power broker, watching from a hidden office. Emily's blood ran cold. The twist a shockwave. Vance, not Ward, was the true mastermind, orchestrating Shadow from the shadows. "Vance," Emily whispered, voice trembling. "He used Crane, Ward, everyone. Lucas died for his empire." Titan's bark was a clarion call, body shielding Emily, as if sensing the unseen enemy. Ryan's voice was fierce. "He's untouchable, Emily, but we've got proof. The FBI needs this, now." Hannah clutched Emily's arm, voice breaking. They'll kill Titan to keep this quiet. After everything, they're still coming." Emily's resolve hardened, hand on Titan's trembling fur. "They'll have to go through me first, Hannah." "Titan's a hero, and we're not backing down." Lila's tablet pinged, a new file loading, a dossier naming Vance as Shadow's architect, funding global arms deals. "This is it," Lila said, voice grim. "Vance's empire exposed." "But he's blocking the upload. Pentagon firewalls." Titan's growl turned sharp, nose pointing to the woods where shadows moved. Vance's operatives, 6 armed figures, closing in. Emily released Titan's leash, voice a command. "Titan, take," the dog surged, tackling an operative, jaws clamping his arm. The man screamed, rifle falling as Ryan fired, dropping 2 others. Hannah threw a training crate, hitting a third, voice fierce. "Stay away from her!" Lila tasered a 4th, voice defiant. "Not today." But a 5th operative aimed at Titan, his shot grazing the dog's side. Titan yelped, staggering, and Emily dove to shield him, sobbing. "Titan, hold on!" Ryan tackled the shooter, voice raw. "Emily, keep him alive!" Titan's eyes flickered, blood seeping, but he growled, standing, his spirit unyielding. Emily pressed her hands to the wound, voice thick. "You're Lucas's heart, boy. We're not losing you." The drone's hum grew louder, but FBI choppers roared overhead, spotlights flooding the yard. Agents stormed in, cuffing the operatives, securing the drive. Emily hugged Titan, tears streaming. "You saved us, boy. Lucas would be so proud." Titan nuzzled her, bloodied but defiant, a hero unbroken. Ryan knelt beside them, voice raw. "I failed Lucas, Emily, but not you. Titan's the hero. We owe him everything." Lila secured the tablet, voice grim. "Vance is exposed, but he's still out there. This isn't over." Emily stood, Titan at her side, voice resolute. "We'll find him. For Lucas. For Titan. This sanctuary's our promise. No heroes forgotten." She faced the audience, words piercing. "Titan and I faced danger, betrayal, darkness. Loyalty kept us standing. Who's been your Titan, your hero in the storm? Share your story. Join our fight, because we're not done." Titan barked, tail wagging, a call to action that stirred the soul as the sanctuary's light flickered, Vance's shadow looming, ready to strike at their hard-won peace. The Brightwood dusk wrapped the Carter K9 sanctuary in a gentle embrace, the Oregon sky ablaze with hues of amber and violet, casting a serene glow over the training yard. Emily Carter stood at its heart, her chestnut hair loose, sightless green eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, a quiet resilience in her stance. Titan, her 4-year-old German shepherd, chased a ball across the grass, his black and tan coat gleaming despite the scars from their battles, his joyful bark a testament to their triumph. The Operation Shadow Files had brought down Major Victor Crane and Colonel Elaine Ward, exposing their black ops scheme that targeted Titan and killed Lucas. The sanctuary, named for Titan's heroism, was a beacon for veterans and their K9s, but the shadow of director James Vance, the true mastermind, loomed over their victory, his escape a chilling promise of retribution. Emily tossed the ball, Titan leaping to catch it, his energy alight in the twilight. "You're my everything, boy," she said, a smile breaking through her grief-worn face. The sanctuary was Lucas's legacy, built on Titan's unbreakable loyalty and Emily's unwavering courage. Hannah Blake sat on a bench, her blonde hair catching the fading light, blue eyes soft with pride. She'd poured her heart into the sanctuary, a symbol of their shared fight. Ryan Holt leaned against a fence, his rugged frame relaxed, brown eyes reflecting redemption after his betrayal in shadow. Lila Foster, the hacker who'd cracked the files, stood nearby, her cropped black hair framing sharp gray eyes, monitoring dark web chatter for Vance's trail. Emily knelt beside Titan, ruffling his fur, voice thick with gratitude. "You brought me through the dark, Titan. Lucas is smiling down on you." The dog nuzzled her hand, eyes bright, a bond forged in sacrifice shining through. Hannah approached, voice gentle but tinged with worry. This place, it's a miracle. But Vance, are you okay, knowing he's still out there? Emily's gaze softened, voice steady. Titan showed me what's possible, Hannah. Loyalty, hope, a second chance. We'll face Vance when the time comes. Together. Ryan stepped forward, voice heavy. Emily, I failed Lucas, hid too much, but this sanctuary, Titan, you gave me a way to make it right. Emily nodded, voice warm. You fought for us, Ryan. Titan trusts you, and that's enough. We're a family now, because of him. Lila's voice cut through, sharp and urgent. We've got trouble. She turned her tablet, showing an encrypted message. Shadow reborn. Sanctuary falls. It's from a Pentagon server, Vance's signature. He's targeting us now. Emily's heart sank, Ward's warning echoing. The director's watching. They're coming for Titan, she said, voice trembling. After everything, they still want him silenced. Titan's ears twitched, body tensing. A fierce growl rumbling as he stared at the sanctuary's gate. Emily's pulse quickened, voice urgent. Titan, what's out there? She sensed a shift, though her blindness hid the black van parked across the road, its tinted windows a silent threat. Ryan drew his gun, voice grim. Stay here, I'll check it. But Titan barked, sharp and commanding, sprinting toward the gate, his wounds no match for his instincts. Emily ran after him, heart pounding, voice desperate. Titan, stop! The van's engine roared, tires screeching as it fled, but Titan pawed at a package left at the gate, its blinking light a haunting echo of the trackers. Emily grabbed it, hands trembling, revealing a USB drive and a note. Shadow claims its own. Give up the dog. Lila plugged the drive into her tablet, voice shaking. It's a live feed, us, right now, from a drone. The screen showed Titan, a red laser dot on his flank, zooming out to reveal Vance in a sleek office, his voice cold. Carter, you've delayed the inevitable. Surrender the dog, or Brightwood burns. Emily's blood ran cold, the twist a shockwave. Vance wasn't just hiding. He was launching a final strike, and Titan was his target. Vance, she whispered, voice trembling. He'll destroy everything to keep Shadow alive. Titan's bark was a defiant roar, body shielding Emily as if vowing to fight. Ryan's voice was fierce. He's untouchable, Emily, but we've got the drive. The FBI's hunting him. Let's finish this. Hannah clutched Emily's arm, voice breaking. They'll kill Titan to silence him. We can't let them win, not after Lucas. Emily's resolve hardened, hand on Titan's trembling fur. They'll have to go through me first, Hannah. Titan's a legend, and we're his family. Lila's tablet pinged, a new file loading, a dossier naming Vance as Shadow's architect, with a global network of buyers. This is it, Lila said, voice grim. Vance's empire exposed, but he's jamming the upload, Pentagon grade. Titan's growl turned sharp, nose pointing to the woods, where shadows moved. Vance's operatives, 8 armed figures closing in with military precision. Emily released Titan's leash, voice a command. Titan, take! The dog surged, tackling an operative, jaws clamping his arm. The man screamed, rifle falling, as Ryan fired, dropping 2 others. Hannah threw a training crate, hitting a third, voice fierce. Stay away from her! Lila tasered a 4th, voice defiant. Not on my watch! But a 5th operative aimed at Titan, his shot grazing the dog's side. Titan yelped, staggering, and Emily dove to shield him, sobbing. Titan, hold on! Ryan tackled the shooter, voice raw. "Emily, keep him alive!" Titan's eyes flickered, blood seeping, but he growled, standing, his spirit a blazing fire. The drone's hum intensified, but FBI choppers roared overhead, spotlights flooding the yard. Agents stormed in, cuffing the operatives, securing the drive. Emily hugged Titan, tears streaming. "You saved us again, boy." Lucas would be so proud. Titan nuzzled her, bloodied but unbowed, a hero to the end. Ryan knelt beside them, voice raw. "I failed Lucas, Emily, but not you. Titan's the heart of this fight." Lila secured the tablet, voice grim. "Vance is in the wind, but the FBI's got his network. This isn't over." Emily stood, Titan at her side, voice resolute. "We'll find him for Lucas, for Titan. This sanctuary's our vow, no heroes left behind." She faced the audience, words piercing. Titan and I faced betrayal, fear, impossible odds. Loyalty kept us whole. Who's been your Titan, your anchor in the dark? Share your story. Join our fight, because we're not done. A host stepped forward, voice warm, urgent. Emily and Titan's story proves loyalty conquers all. Subscribe, like, share your stories below. Support this channel. Keep their fight alive. As the screen faded, Titan barked, tail wagging, a beacon of hope. But in the sanctuary's office, a hidden phone buzzed, a text from Vance. "Shadow never dies. See you soon." The battle was won, but the war loomed, and Titan's heroism would face its ultimate challenge.